Welcome back everyone, 𝘱𝘬𝘺𝘱𝘺 here, and today's video I am going to be showing you where I am setting buy orders for Ethereum. If you've been here for some time, you saw me sell 30 Ethereum at an average price of $3,920, and now it is time to start setting those buy orders. I've already bought a couple Ethereum, but my plan is to buy back those 30 and even a few more. So I'm going to be getting into it today. I'm going to be looking at the charts, finding those support levels, and showing you exactly where I'm going to put those buy orders. I'm even going to put the buy orders, I'm going to set them on this video. So what I'm saying, I'm actually doing in today's video. So today we have seen the crypto markets down on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Happy Friday, everyone. I am super excited for the weekend, and I hope you are too. Hopefully you have nice big plans, and yeah, maybe do a day trip. So anyways, hope you're excited for the weekend as well. But first, before I have all the fun, it's time to set those buy orders on Ethereum. So just to show you guys here, I have basically accumulated 0.75 Ethereum on Gemini. If you saw my previous video, you knew that it was actually taking a lot longer than I expected to transfer my GUSD from my earn account on Gemini over to my active trader account. Make sure that you do the active trader account on Gemini. You're going to pay way less in fees. So you can see here that I accumulated 0.75 Ethereum. Half of Ethereum was purchased at 34.11, 0.25 was purchased at 33.33. And then I also want to show you over here on Kraken, I purchased one full Ethereum at 34.70, and I have a buy order set at 28.99 and 31.32. First things first, let's head over to the charts and see what's happening. First thing this morning, I noticed that Ethereum was down a little bit, which I am not surprised about. If you watch my previous videos, I told you I was anticipating more pain to be felt. I'm anticipating similar price action compared to September, actually, of 2017 for Ethereum. So let's just briefly go over to 2017, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. I've mentioned this in other videos, but I want to just be clear on what I'm referring to. So I compared this local top on Ethereum back in 2017 of $397 to the $4,000 range, what we just saw on Ethereum. Okay, what was crazy about this was 3 days after the top, there was a single candle day of a drop of about 25% on Ethereum. And then obviously we saw a 22% drop on Ethereum in one single day just recently. And then I also said there's more pain to be felt. Ethereum dropped 48% in 2017 in 2 weeks. So I was anticipating that basically between now and maybe like September 12th to the 14th is where the buying opportunity is going to be. I also mentioned I'm anticipating that for a couple months here, we're going to get really bored with the price of Ethereum as it's going to probably trade sideways. So I am basically anticipating more downwards action, sideways trading, a lot of boredom for a few months, and then all-time highs. But you know what? It's always possible that we don't see new all-time highs this year, but that's what I'm personally anticipating. So I am not going to, and I am not planning on getting back in as Ethereum is trading sideways, because I don't know if it's going to trade sideways for the same period of time. So for me, I am just happy to buy back. So far, I'm like $20,000 in the profit on this particular trade. So I am looking, I don't want to be greedy, right? I've already accumulated because although I think it's going lower, I do not want to get greedy in this particular situation. So I am okay, even if it trades sideways for a long period of time, holding there and not trying to get in this range. Most traders, right, they're going to look for a momentum shift to get in over what would be this range, right? And this is technically mid-November of 2017. I'm okay trying to get in this range because I don't want to be too greedy, and crypto can easily run away from you. So current price of Ethereum, $32.74. If you calculate my average buy-in price of $32.20 and you take the current price of $32.74, that's a profit of $646 per Ethereum that I sold for a total of $19,380. So where am I buying? Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart here on Ethereum. So a big red flag here was when we saw this candle right here on September 7th go below the low of this candle. So technically Ethereum made a lower low. When it comes to the 4-hour chart here on Ethereum, it's looking extremely weak, okay? Ethereum did not make a higher high. It appears that it's going to potentially make a lower low, so I'm keeping a very close eye. There is zero strength coming out of the 4-hour chart here on Ethereum. Let's take a look at the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart is looking quite ugly, especially because we kind of saw like a double bottom here, but there's absolutely no strength coming out of it. I'm anticipating more downside. We're seeing correlation with SPY, so something just to be cautious of there. So I would like, this is the thing, is that some of the Ethereum that I'm going to purchase is going to be like catching a falling knife, right? I mean, there is a chance that we revisit the $2,000 range. Some people think that's impossible, but let me tell you what, Ethereum will always go lower than you could ever imagine and higher than you could ever imagine. So basically this right here on the 1 hour chart, a lot of weakness. We have zero signs of a reversal change. Looks like more downside is on the way in my opinion. Let's go and take a look at the 30-minute chart on Ethereum. Like I said, I still believe more pain needs to be felt. People have to be shaken out. If you think that you can get away with this flash crash drop and then like, you know, making all-time highs in the next month, that's typically not how this works. Time is a huge, huge component. Your patience is going to get tested over and over and over again. Trust me, holding Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptocurrencies for the 3-year bear market, that was like some severe patience that was tested. Okay, there's a lot of learning to be made in your first market cycle, and the things that I say are from massive lessons that I learned. Everyone has to go through the learning lessons of holding through a complete market cycle. I am so glad that I learned that in my early 20s because I feel that is one of the most valuable things that I could have learned to really make the right decisions in all of my investing for the rest of my life. I interrupt this programming to tell you about some ways to earn true passive income with your Ethereum. One way you could do that is with Celsius. On your first 100 Ethereum, you can earn 5.35% on Celsius, and after that, 5.05%. If you want to earn $50 on Celsius after depositing your first $400, you can check out my link down below for that. That's one way for you to support my channel. If you want to have a second exchange, which I highly, highly recommend, I recommend creating a Gemini account. After spending your first $100, you are going to earn $10, and you can actually also earn 2.05% on your Ethereum when you hold it on Gemini. Now back to regular scheduled programming. 30-minute chart here on Ethereum looks rough. I mean, we might see, a little bit of a bump here, but more room to the downside. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart on Ethereum. So a little bit of a bump here, but honestly, there is zero signs of a trend reversal. So we might just see a slow grind over the weekend. 5-minute chart, showing a tiny bit of strength, but I'm not really, we might see a little bit of a bump here up to, like the $3,400 range, but honestly, I'm anticipating just more room to the downside, some more pain to be felt. Everyone was getting excited. Let's not forget how quickly Ethereum went from 2,000 to 4,000, right? I think it was like a 4 to 6 or 8 week period of time. All right, that's just getting really lucky, and you have to be humbled. You're always going to be humbled in these markets. Okay, so when it comes to my buy orders that I'm going to set right now, I am going to zoom out first to the daily chart, all right? So when in doubt, zoom out. And I'm okay, if I start accumulating, like even at 3,000 and it goes to 2,000, I'm still going to be really, really happy with this trade. And let's say, for example, that Ethereum started going up significantly, then basically I'm also going to probably put some buy orders in that if it goes above a certain price and I think it's trending upwards, then I'm going to jump back in. So let's go ahead and see what's happening here on the daily chart. We're looking for support, right? So when I look at these charts, I'm looking for price support, and I'm also looking for a period of time, right? So this is a daily chart right here. What do we see? We see how quickly Ethereum ran up from this range in like end of February, and the price was about $1,400 all the way up to 4,000. There was literally no support in that range, okay? When you look at the period of time that it was spent there, like we saw some support down here at about 1,700 because like I see support here, right? So that was kind of what created that support. If you could see here, there was a significant amount of period of time that Ethereum spent at those price levels, which created the support that we saw here that took place in June as well as July. So what do I see here when it comes to support? This right here to me is not enough time spent in this range for support, because we built support like at these levels for a period of time here and a period of time here. So I would anticipate like this is a decent area of support. And so I could easily see Ethereum going down to like the $2,700 range. I'm also going to be paying attention to these moving averages. I think that we could potentially see this one tested and this one tested. This is, about 2,500. This one right here is about 2,600. But for me, patience is a very important aspect of this. So like I said, the last time this, it was about a 2-week period of downside, 48%. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set a buy order for some at the just above the $2,700 range. So for example, I am not going to be setting a buy order at exactly $2,700 on the price of Ethereum. So I'm setting a limit order here. So I'm going to change this to like 27.19. So the reason is because people, for some reason, they set a lot of buy orders at like round numbers, 2,700. So I'm going to try to get it before that. For example, you saw Ethereum drop to $3,009. Imagine having, that was just a couple days ago, imagine having buy orders at $3,000. You missed it by $9, which it's also important to stagger your orders. So I'm going to go ahead and put an order for one Ethereum here at 27.19. I'm also going to put one in at 27.99. So I'm going to kind of just like stagger up from that range, 28. I just kind of like honestly pick, like I'm wanting it in the $2,800 range, and I'm just kind of like randomly selecting the two numbers after that because you don't want to be like even like 15, 20, like in 5 divisibles. Is that how you say that correctly? I'm not really sure. Like to me, you're less likely to get filled at those price ranges. So I kind of just, that's how my approach is. And I mean, you all have your own ways of doing this, but like, instead of 2,900, 2,912. So for me, the staggering part is really, really important because I don't want to put all of my buy orders at just one range. In my opinion, that is way, way too risky. So let's see here. Go ahead and check out my open orders. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orders for Ethereum. I'm going to go ahead and do a few more here. I'm going to go to 24. I'm going to set one that's like quite a bit lower just in case for like the flash crash scenarios. Maybe like 24.77. I'll do a few more in that range. 24, let's see here, 24.99. Let's go 25.15. And so I'm saying these prices because of this moving average, right? So if this moving average is tested in like the $2,500 range, we saw a decent amount of support in this area. So I'm going to be keeping a really close eye there. I do think that Ethereum will probably be held up by these moving averages. So anywhere from here down to that range, is a good idea in my opinion. That's what I'm particularly doing. So let's see here. Let's do one here at, let's say 29.82. Oh, 29.81. That works too. And I'm paying 0.35 of a percentage on all of these. Let's go ahead and take some at like the $2,600 range, 26.17 by, let's go 27.18. Let's go 28.66. So I'm just kind of doing, a bunch of random orders in this big like $600 price range that I'm anticipating, okay? But then, again, I don't want to get greedy. So like I'm even going to set some for $3,011 because, I'm literally making like nearly $1,000 that I can spend and still have the same quantity of Ethereum. So like part of me is not wanting to be too greedy. So even like 3,099. So anywhere between, like 2,500 range and like 3,100 is where I'm setting some orders. I'll go ahead and do one that's kind of like, a shot, not in the dark technically, but like 22 is not a bad idea. 22.33 is not a bad idea. 24.88. Well, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit lower. 24.35 13. So I'm kind of just scattering orders in the price range of where I believe Ethereum is going back to. But I'm also wanting to set a few more, like 29.88. Like I said, I mean, I'm just trying my best to not be too greedy in this situation. I'm going to be paying a very close eye. If I think we see some more upward action, I might start canceling these orders if they don't get filled and then buying more in that range, because I will still be really happy if I get back in on Ethereum at like 3,600. So that's kind of like 3,700 is where I'm like, okay, it's time to like maybe not expect the lower prices. Make sure I get my 30 Ethereum back at like the $3,700 range, because I'm still in the profit, I'm still happy, and then it could still, drop after that, and I will still have, money on the sidelines to purchase a little bit lower and get my average down and just accumulate more Ethereum than I had before. So I'm just going to continue. I don't need to be showing you all of these orders here, but I'm just kind of just showing you what I have here. I'm going to continue to set those orders, but you get an idea here of basically heading back over to the chart. I think that these moving averages are going to be tested, so I'm considering the $2,500 range all the way up to like a few $100s below of what Ethereum's at now, at like the $3,200 range. So anticipating that price action, and also taking into consideration that these moving averages could potentially move up and change direction, and I might need to reevaluate each and every day as I'm getting back in. One sign right here that is really quite, I wouldn't say concerning, but making me think that we're seeing, a lot of downside on Ethereum is this green moving average crossing down below the red. And so for me, that is typically a sign to get the heck out. So another thing to take into consideration there. I think the market was overly bullish, and everyone just thinks they're going to be able to, get back in really easily, and that we're going for new all-time highs, but you're going to have to be a lot more patient than that, is what I've learned. So I hope you enjoyed this video on Ethereum. Being transparent is always my #1 priority. If you want to see more videos on just retiring young and financial decisions that I'm making that you might be interested in, please go ahead and check out my links down below for some ways to earn some true passive income, and hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. That is all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.